Hello, everybody, and welcome to China's Red Line. Hope everybody's doing well. Today's live stream is going to be a little bit different. We're not going to follow the regular format. I'm going to try and shake things up a bit here, make this channel a little bit more interesting. So today I'm going to make it a little bit more personal, I guess. Gonna talk about the stuff that I do, the work that I do on the streets in the UK. I got several clips that I'm going to show today from my adventures on the streets here in England. Um, as most of you probably know, I actually have another channel on YouTube. It's called Team Taiwan UK, formerly known as Free China. And what I do on that channel is I mostly go to different parts of the UK on the high streets, generally interviewing people or walking around with Taiwan's flag, trying to show my support for Taiwan here in the UK. Now, contrary to popular belief, I do not walk around on the streets here in the UK with Taiwan's flag to try and provoke China's little pinks. Um, that is definitely not my goal. That is just an unfortunate side effect from walking around with Taiwan's flag, you know? You're gonna experience some crazy things. You're gonna get some interesting reactions, especially when you're going around on a high street in public, just randomly filming different people. You're gonna get some people who are upset by this. You're going to get some people who don't want to be on camera. You're going to get some people who are just generally abusive. Of course, there's always the positive reactions and interactions, which definitely outweigh the negatives. But it comes with a lot of, a lot of, I guess, not really sacrifice, that sounds a little bit too extreme, but yeah, you really when you're doing this, you're really putting yourself on the line because you really never know what kind of reaction you're going to get from filming in public. And like I said, generally it's positive, but for me, I just always remember the negative and the funny and the interesting encounters. Although, like I said, we've had many positive. But yeah, the negative ones, they're the ones that seem to get the most attention. But the reason why I walk around with Taiwan's flag on the streets of the UK is because I really want to show my support for Taiwan. It is a country that has been shunned by the international community. You see it in almost every aspect of life that Taiwan just isn't allowed to be involved in anything in the international community. The United Nations, nope. The World Health Organization, sorry Taiwan, you're not allowed to join us because China says so. There are so many other examples. The Olympics, Taiwan is forced to compete under the name Chinese Taipei because China doesn't want them to have a presence in the Olympics. It's really terrible. It's awful, in fact. I can't stand it, which is why I like to walk around and fly Taiwan's flag, show my support for Taiwan in the country of the UK, because the UK is another one of these countries that just goes along with China's one China policy, that there is only one China and China is the only China, which means the Republic of China cannot have a presence and represent themselves in any situation. The UK goes along with that. So walking around with Taiwan's flag is my way of saying, hey, screw you guys. Taiwan is an awesome place. We need to recognize Taiwan as a country. We need to do more to support Taiwan because Taiwan has a lot more in common with my country than this authoritarian dictatorship, China, which seems to be controlling the narrative on Taiwan. So I like to walk around and I like to show my support for Taiwan. And unfortunately, you're going to get these little pinks from China or these nationalists from China who don't like to see Taiwan's flag. And I always say, tough shit, you're not in China anymore. You're here in the UK, and I'm allowed to walk around with Taiwan's flag. That being said, something very interesting happened recently, and I'm going to get to that. That's going to be more towards the end of the stream. But first, I just wanted to sort of go through some of the moments that I've had while I've been walking around with Taiwan's flag, and just some of the reactions that I've got have been hilarious. Some of them have been kind of weird. Some of them have just been crazy. And yeah, those interactions with the people from China is always hilarious. But let me just get the media loaded up here and we'll just crack on, shall we? Because I think I've already blabbered on enough. You guys want to see video, right? So here we go. All right. So here we go. Let me just play this. All right. So, as I said, some of the moments are hilarious. You know, you get some really, really funny reactions from people from China. And I assume these guys are from China. You would say that a lot of the percentage of the Asian people that you see in the big cities are more than likely Chinese students. And that is just because so many Chinese students now come to the UK. So, here I'm and these guys walk past. They're like, they see the camera, they're all smiley, but they haven't seen Taiwan's flag yet. And his face, as soon as he sees the flag, look at that. I think I freeze framed that on the moment that his heart just broke. The moment that his whole little charade that he put on in front of the camera just shattered. As soon as he saw Taiwan's flag, he was like, holy shit. And yeah, look at that. And then, yep, they just walked past. This one, again, another hilarious clip. So he turns around, another guy from China, I would assume. I mean, maybe not, right? He could be from anywhere in Asia. Who knows, right? But I just assume that he is from China from his reaction to the flag. So he stares at it. And yeah, he looks pretty pulls his hood down. Look, he means business now, guys. He's pulling his hood down. Oh, wow. Yeah. I mean, his coat is a bit kind of weird, isn't it? I mean, look at that coat. But yeah, okay. Pull the hood down. Look, look, look. His girlfriend has to hold him back. Just keeps looking. He can't stop looking at it. I think he's in love with the flag. And at that point, you know, like when he was staring at the flag, I looked at him and I gave him like a wink. I winked at him, and yeah,
Fucking
he just walked off. Now, like I said, right, these interactions with the guys from China, I mean, they're expected to do that. They've been brainwashed from an early age to think that Taiwan is part of their territory, and if they see this flag, obviously you're not going to see this flag in mainland China. This flag represents Taiwan, although a lot of Taiwanese people might not like this flag actually because this flag, in fact, was created in China. It is the Republic of China flag, right? I mean, I think realistically, a lot of Taiwanese people, especially those who advocate for Taiwanese independence, they would like to have their own flag. But unfortunately, this is the one that they have, and this still does represent Taiwan. But as soon as this guy sees it, he sees this as something that represents Taiwan, and he doesn't like it because he's been told his whole life that Taiwan is an inalienable part of China, and that one day China will take over Taiwan and it belongs to them anyway. How you can invade a country and that you already own doesn't quite make sense. But hey, this is what they've been told, right? A lot of what they're told doesn't make sense. But yeah, look, he gives in. His
Fucking
girlfriend talked him out of it. Okay, so this one is funny, right? But this next one, like I said, like you never know who you're gonna meet or what type of people you're gonna meet. And obviously, this guy has some problems.
you.
I'm
You're
ugly.
fucking ugly.
I'm ugly.
I mean, fucking everybody is fucking ugly.
Says the most handsome man in the world. You know, like, I mean, I'm not saying that I'm good looking or anything, but I don't think this guy who looks like, you know, a beefed up version of Charles Manson has the right to call anybody ugly. So, I mean, you know, come on. Ah. Yeah. But anyway, you meet all types of people.
How are you, fella?
And again, you know, this was when I went outside the visa office, and you always meet these security guards who, you know, I could say were probably like a failed police officer or something like that. You know, they just didn't quite make it into the police force, so they took up a job as a security guard. I'm not saying that applies to this guy, but he's definitely on a bit of a power trip, and
Good, I'm all sorted now.
they want to push you around and tell you that you can't film.
What are you doing? What are you doing?
Hold on. Why can't you move to public place? That's another public place.
This is a public
Oh, God.
place.
Why can't you move to a public place over there?
Why can't you move to a private place in there? Because that's where you work. You don't work here. This is the pavement.
So you just have to tell them that they have absolutely no authority, you know. But these guys, I mean, I never sweat these guys because there's nothing they can do. They can never really move you along. They can never get you to stop filming because this is a public place. This is the pavement, as I just told him, or in the US, you call it a sidewalk, right? But yeah, so I've had many encounters with security guards, and yeah. Now this one is a clip that I've never shown before, and actually I've totally forgot that I even had it because I've had it on my hard drive for several years now. But yeah, you got some like a little tour group, and look, some Chinese students, I believe, have seen the flag and they're pointing at it and giving me evil looks, and they can't stop looking at it. That guy, he actually stopped. He's still looking. Flag. And again, this one, yeah, that flag was embarrassingly small. Yeah, but luckily I've upped my game. You know, that was in the old days. Now I've seriously upped my game.
China?
This guy, he walks past, he says, "China."
This is China.
Yeah.
Oh, is it? I thought it was Taiwan.
No, China.
So sorry. 你说什么？你觉得台湾是中国的一部分吗？
I said, "Do you think Taiwan is China?" in my really broken Chinese.
不是，台湾是一个自由的国家。
I was like, "Taiwan is a free country."
Yes. You're wrong.
Taiwan is China.
Yeah, Republic of China, not People's Republic, right?
You see, now when they say China, I always make sure to confirm that it's the Republic of China, not the People's Republic.
Oh, I thought Taiwan was a country.
So here I am in Cambridge, and there's a guy saying province of China. Luckily, I had Toby filming with me that day, and yeah, you don't want to mess with Toby.
Really? Really? Oh, for some reason I thought Taiwan was a country, you know, because they have their own government, they have their own military, they have their own passport, their own currency. They're essentially a country. So yeah. Oh, so this is Taiwan's flag, the beautiful democratic country of Taiwan. Awesome.
No country.
Really?
No country, no country. I mean, he can't even speak proper English, right?
Said you.
Said you. So, what I'm trying to say, and the point that I'm trying to put across in this stream is that I do put myself in some quite risky and awkward situations. I don't know if any other YouTuber who talks about China, Taiwan, that kind of thing, actually ever does this. I'm not like blowing my own trumpet here or anything.
Okay. Yes or no? What do you think?
Yeah.
Really?
Yes.
Okay, so on the sign it says, "Is Taiwan a part of China?"
为什么?
Absolutely.
Absolutely. No, it
Absolutely.
isn't. Taiwan 不是中国.
Taiwan is definitely a part of China. Absolutely. Don't forget it.
Republic of China, right? You know Xi Jinping?
This is the ultimate question. Okay, listen to this one. And I know some of you guys have probably seen this, but this is just a little recap before we get to the other clip that I wanted to show you.
Yes,
Can he go to Taiwan?
he can go there.
Has he ever been to Taiwan?
Yes.
So according to this young lady, Xi Jinping has been to Taiwan. Oh my God. Xi Jinping has never set foot on Taiwan. And if he did, the only time he would ever do that would be if China successfully invades Taiwan. Because if Xi Jinping went to Taiwan, honestly, he wouldn't have a great time. I think I even said this to her.
他真的去过台湾吗? 没有. Because if he goes to Taiwan, then he's not going to have a very good time.
Yes.
Okay. Yes, it is?
Yeah.
Okay, tell me why.
Yes.
Okay,
Just
why?
yes.
The sign said, "Is Taiwan China?" And this guy, this guy, man, he pissed me off.
But why? Why?
Why you asking this question? You don't understand history?
You don't understand history. See how arrogantly he talks to me.
The question that
Yeah.
I'm asking, so I want to know.
Taiwan
yeah, I
is
want
always
you to
a
tell
part
me
of
why.
China.
That's why I'm asking.
Because it's historical. China is a
In
part
history.
of. Yeah.
Okay, so in
Taiwan is
history, the British Empire, we had America, so America must be a part of the UK
Yeah,
right now.
you can say that, but America is completely too far for you handle.
Man, that guy, just use his own logic against him, completely destroys any of his argument, doesn't it? Because of history, because of historical claims, like I could just say, oh yeah, well, I claim my neighbor's house because, last year, I said that it belonged to me, so now it belongs to me. It's just that sort of idiocy. It's just ridiculous.
Sorry, were you shouting at me just?
Okay, so this young lady, I walked past her, with Taiwan's flag. I didn't even notice her, to be perfectly honest with you. I was just filming, walking down the bridge with Taiwan's flag, and then she's like standing there in her French maid's outfit, taking photos, posing. I didn't even give a shit about her. Just walked past, and then all of a sudden she shouted at me, "Taiwan belongs to China." So I went back to have a little chat with her, see what was going on, see why she said that, and yeah, she started getting all defensive and Karen-like, and yeah, it made for a great video.
Just there,
No,
saying Taiwan belongs to China.
obviously. Did you see
Okay.
the news?
Face.
Huh?
Have you seen any news about it?
Yeah.
Yeah.
What news
Not
are you
shouting
talking
at
about?
you,
Sorry?
Not shouting at you, but
Well, you
everyone
were.
knows.
So, guy walks past with Taiwan's flag. You shout, "Taiwan belongs to China," and you're not shouting at the person with the Taiwan flag. Mental gymnastics here. Unbelievable.
That. But why? Why think I'm shouting at you? That's
Because
so
I'm
much
holding
people-
Taiwan's flag? Maybe?
Yes, Shanghai also belongs to China. I don't know that.
You're such a nice person.
Yeah, of course.
Taiwan is an awesome country.
This is one of the most recent clips.
What?
Taiwan is an awesome country. That's not Liverpool.
I don't know why the guy walked past me saying Liverpool, Liverpool, Liverpool.
That's Taiwan. Yeah, Taiwan is a great country. Thank you.
This guy, look, these guys crack me up, by the way. Like, okay, so the guy in the middle is some kind of like well-known rapper in China. These were the guys that tried to get my video taken down. They tried to get me taken down. They tried to they put in a privacy complaint on my video, even though we're in a public place, right? But yeah, this guy in the middle, he's like supposed to be some well-known Chinese rapper. And I don't understand the concept of rap music coming from an authoritarian country like China, you know. What's he doing? Like rapping about the BRICS, you know, like the BRICS allies, like, yo, we've got Brazil and India and wait, what is BRICS? Russia. Yeah, Russia is part of BRICS. Oh my god. You know, what is he rapping about? Because rapping originally started from oppressed minorities making music to kind of like come together and talk about the ills of society, right? But I mean, if this guy's rapping in China, what the hell is he going to be able to rap about that the government would approve of, right? Anything that he wanted to talk about, the ills of China's society, he's not going to be able to do it in a rap song, is he? So it's kind of, yeah, it's kind of ridiculous, the whole concept of rap in China. But I guess rap kind of evolved to people talking about how much money they got and how many bitches they screwed and all of this shit, right? The sort of rap music that I can't stand, by the way. But yeah, you know, if we're talking about like the original rap music, then these guys, man, they would be a joke to these people. Anyway, off on a tangent, has nothing to do with what we're talking about. But yeah, and it's interesting that he's wearing a pink hat, you know, a little pink, wearing a pink hat, right? The way he shook his head at me when he walked off kind of annoyed me.
Sorry? No, it doesn't.
So anyway, their privacy complaint completely failed because we're in a public place. And, you know, a well-known rapper complaining about his privacy in a public place when he's posting all over TikTok.
Listen, sorry. I'm sorry, but you're wrong. It does.
I'm not sure if it was him that actually put in the complaint, but it was one of his buddies anyway. Probably on his behalf. Possibly.
Listen, well, you know, you wish it belonged to China. You wish. Taiwan is not a part of China.
Make a rap about that.
Do you guys know which country's flag this is?
Sorry, I don't know it.
You don't know it?
He knew it.
Taiwan. Taiwan's a great country. Have you been there?
It's a British is a province of Europe.
Sure.
British. Let's unpack that. British is a province of Europe. A province of Europe. The hell do you even mean? Does Europe have provinces? And British is a province of Europe. Learn the language, dude, if you're gonna live here.
Oh, you can say that and I'm not going to be offended. I'm not going to cry. Oh no, Britain is a province of Europe. Oh no, what will I do? Well, Taiwan is not a province of China. You got it? So your opinion...
Go. So
your opinion is...
this flag again.
Don't use this flag again. You know, that did trigger me when he said that. It triggered me.
Okay. Sorry, say that again?
So don't use this flag again.
No, I'll use this flag wherever I want because this is England, not China. Do you guys know which country's flag this is? Do you guys know which country's flag this is?
This guy really was angry.
This is China.
这是中国吗？真的吗？真的为什么？你为什么说这样？这是台湾的国旗，独立。
That's Taiwan's flag.
Taiwan.
Independent Taiwan.
不是中国。No. Taiwan.
Dear. Sometimes I cringe when I watch myself, you know? It is kind of cringe-inducing.
You guys know which country's flag this is?
This guy was a corker.
Do you know which country this is? What was that? Oh.
Yeah, you get all kinds of like I've said, you get all kinds of interactions, but these are the ones, I really do not want these interactions, to be honest with you. I'd much rather all the positive videos, but unfortunately, people like to watch this. They like to watch these guys. I don't get it because I don't want to see them.
Fuck you too, man. Taiwan 不是中国.
I say like Taiwan isn't China. Oh, and then we get to this guy. The guy, he's literally a gimp wearing a gimp's mask. Okay, good old our friend Krusty. He always rocks up to protests and that kind of thing. The interactions with him are always extremely annoying because he's such an arrogant, pompous type of guy, and walking around with his megaphone. And this was his best moment on my videos, was when somebody actually whipped his balaclava off.
Don't touch me, mate. Do not touch me.
I'm not touching you.
You are
putting my
touching
hand
me.
in front of it.
You're touching me. Take your hand off my megaphone.
Hey, Krusty!
Lord.
Take off the balaclava!
I love that.
Yeah, good. Yes, free me.
Give me the fucking balaclava. Fuck you. Fuck you.
Oh, and then so we've sort of like gone from the harmless moments, the perfectly harmless interactions, but a bit funny, and now we're like teetering on the edge of like physical violence and people threatening physical violence, like this guy here. So what happened with this guy is, like, I was with my friend Stan from Poland. He's another YouTuber, great guy, by the way. Has an amazing YouTube channel. Go and check it out if you speak Mandarin, that is, because most of his videos are only in Mandarin. But yeah, so I was with Stan. We were in Chinatown. We were just filming a video, and then this guy like walks past and just pushes Stan's microphone away from his hand, even though we weren't even like talking to this guy or even trying to interview this guy. He just walked past and pushed him out of the way, pushed his hand out of the way, and then he started shouting at us, going crazy. Stan was like, "You pushed me." Like, screw your mum. Screw your mum, you idiot. And Stan's like, "Oh, you can speak bad words, huh?" Like, screw your mum.
Fuck off.
Stan's like, "Move away." All right. So we're on to the clip that is, for me, is like most concerning. But we've got to just talk quickly about something else before I show you this one clip. This is a clip that you haven't seen from one of my recent videos that I decided not to put it in the video because it had nothing to do with the video that I was making on that day. This is the video that I made when I was walking around just talking about the guys who tried to put the privacy complaint in me and get my video taken down. So yeah, this is something that you guys haven't seen. And I wasn't gonna even put it in a video at all, but I decided today that I would talk about it just because it's interesting and it's kind of making me think about, how I conduct myself in public. And it's also, it's taught me a lesson or two about, how to respond to people, and maybe will teach me a lesson, and is given me sort of like a learning curve, I guess, for the future, about how to act and, not to get too rattled by people because, at the end of the day, I'm out there. I'm supposed to be representing Taiwan. And sometimes I've got a big fucking mouth. Let's just say that. Let's just say that. But first, I just want to give some context to what happens. Okay. So I'm walking down the street with Taiwan's flag, right? And now recently in the UK, I don't know if any of you guys have been following the news, but it's kind of hard to avoid it, really. But there's a lot of talk about the problem of immigration in the UK. And as a counter to this what people are perceiving as an immigration problem, a lot of people have started to become more nationalist here in the UK, and you're seeing a lot of like British flags put up everywhere. For example, the street in which I live, on almost every single lamppost now, there is a Union Jack flag flying there. People have become more nationalistic here, and personally, I don't really have a huge problem with all of these flags everywhere. I mean, I'd be a bit of a hypocrite to have a problem with it, considering I'm the guy who makes videos about walking around with a flag, right? But I'm not a nationalist. I never have been a nationalist. I am patriotic, obviously. I do love my country. And I think, most people should love their country where they're from. That's just me. I'm British. That is part of my identity, but I'm not so nationalistic that I'm throwing up flags everywhere and just talking about how I hate anybody that's not from my country because I've experienced nationalism when I was living in China. I saw it firsthand about how their government just drills into them that you are Chinese, you are great, and you are better than all of the foreigners. And, and people, it really has this horrible effect on people where they see themselves as superior. And I don't want to be like that, okay? Like, I accept anybody from any country, from any culture. I think that, I think that just blind nationalism is extremely dangerous. And if I saw somebody walking down the street with a flag for another country, I wouldn't be offended at all, just because they're in my country. Like, I don't give a shit about that. If you go to China and you walk around with any other country's flag, you're going to get a problem. Okay, there will be a problem. I've seen multiple videos surface, okay, where there's been a Korean guy walking with a Korean flag and a Chinese dude just runs and snatches it off of him. I do not want the UK to be like that. Okay? But I think that having Union Jacks up everywhere, I'm perfectly fine with it. But it just depends on what is your reason for putting up the flag. If it's to say that you don't want foreigners in your country, then I personally do not agree with that. And I think it's wrong. Okay. But if you're just doing it because you're patriotic, you love your country, then that's another thing. Okay. So, anyway, I'm walking down the street with Taiwan's flag. And some guy sees it. And yeah, he doesn't like it because I am not holding a British flag. Okay. So let's watch it. And yeah, this is very cringe, by the way. When I watch this, I'm like, oh my God. But yeah, anyway, have a look. I'll just play it and then we'll discuss it, okay?
远离一点
Fuck off!
Hey,
远离一点啊
I'm gonna watch this again.
Sorry? Say that again? Yeah, I've got one of them at home, mate. Yeah. But I'm doing this one today. What? Sorry guys, can you just I can't hear you. What are you saying? Why am I flying this flag? Because this is my favorite country, Taiwan, yeah? Yeah. I'm from the UK, you idiot.
This was when he fucked up. You see, this is the problem. I called him an idiot.
What? What? Why are you telling me what to fly?
Who's an idiot?
What?
Who's an idiot?
Who's an idiot?
Yeah, who?
I just called you one.
Bro, I'll bang you in your face, bro. I'll bang you in your face and drop you on your fucking ass right now. What channel is this going on?
It's going on my channel.
What channel is that?
Pedo for life, what? Go on then, bang me. Fucking dick.
Oh.
god. Oh yeah, it's so cringe, you know. Like, and it taught me a lesson, okay? It didn't make me yeah, he was threatening to bang me. Here in the UK, bang if you bang somebody out, it means you're gonna punch them out. It means you're gonna knock them out, right? So yeah, so it taught me a lesson. It didn't make me afraid to be walking around with Taiwan's flag because I have every right to do that, okay? I'm in the UK, I'm in my own country. I should be allowed to walk around with another country's flag and not worry about people banging me out, people knocking me out, right? But what it taught me is that I will not be calling random people an idiot or just any name really, because that was kind of pointless. It was kind of stupid. And you know, like sometimes I just need to watch what I say. I need to watch how I talk to other people because, like I said, I am representing Taiwan, and yeah, it's not a good idea to be calling like random chavvy looking guys an idiot, right? Even though maybe he was a bit of an idiot because he shouldn't be telling me what flag I should be flying, but yeah, I should have just remained calm and stayed polite, and then I wouldn't be getting threatened to get my head punched off. And to be honest, yeah, I did feel a bit intimidated by this guy because he had his hood up, didn't he? You know, he looked quite menacing. I was kind of like, "Oh shit, man, why did I call this guy an idiot?" Anyway, lesson learned, right? Lesson learned. And yeah, like if that guy just by any chance, which is very unlikely, ever gets the chance to see this video, then yeah, I apologize for calling him an idiot. I would apologize to him. In fact, when I'd finished recording that, I did go looking for him because I was gonna just say, look, hey man, look, I didn't mean to call you an idiot, but like, you know, I this is a free country and I should be allowed to walk around with Taiwan's flag, right? But yeah, I shouldn't have called you an idiot. I'm sorry. That's what I wanted to do, but I couldn't find him. But yeah. Anyway, the moral of the story is there isn't one. No, the moral of this story is you know like just watch what you say to people in public and just be careful because you know and I really need to be more aware of my surroundings and there are going to be some like crazy people out there and unhinged people and I am like really risking my neck because that guy could have just punched me out. I mean, he would have had a pretty bad court case and he would have been in trouble with the police. But yeah, that guy could have just like instinctively knocked me the fuck out. He could have even killed me. And all because I called him an idiot. So I need to be more careful about what I do and how I conduct myself in public. Because on that day, I had no one else with me. Usually I do have people with me, but on that day, I was on my own, so I could have just like, you know, I could have been in hospital. There would be no more Team Taiwan UK videos and that kind of thing. Yeah. So anyway, but it hasn't deterred me. I'm still gonna represent Taiwan. I'm still gonna make my Taiwan flag videos, but I'm just gonna be a little bit more careful in the future because you never know what is gonna happen. But as it stands, you know, the rules in the UK, you can still walk around filming people, you can film in public. There are no, there are, excuse me, I just need to drink some water. The size of this glass, by the way, it's bigger than my head, it's bigger than my head. So, you know, there are no rules saying that you cannot film people in public. And until that changes, well, you know, I'm going to carry on because my cause is a worthy cause and I would really like to do more for Taiwan. So, yeah, guys, that's all I wanted to show you on today's stream. Did you want to see that clip again one more time? Where is it? Yeah.
I can translate what he said because like he's pretty hard to understand, to be fair. So yeah, let's watch it again.
哦，你还会骂脏话啊？操你妈上！哎哎哎，远离一点啊
Fuck off!
哎，远离一点啊！
It's just funny though that the one time that I do get threatened to get punched out is like a dude from the UK, apparently. You know what I mean? Like, but it had nothing to do with the flag. Well, actually, it did have something to do with the flag because I wasn't carrying a British flag, right? So, yeah.
Sorry? Say that again?
He said, "What about the British flag?"
Yeah, I've got one of them at home, mate.
So I was like, "I got one at home." Actually, you know what? I lied about that. I don't have one at home.
Yeah. But I'm doing this one today. What? Sorry guys, can you just I can't hear you. What are you saying? Why am I flying this flag?
Like, why are you holding that flag?
Because this is my favorite country, Taiwan, yeah? Yeah. I'm
So he's like, "Why aren't you flying the British flag?"
from the UK,
And then I'm just like, "Fuck this, man! I'm from here."
hey, you idiot. What?
You idiot.
What? Why are you
He said, "Who's an idiot?
telling me what to fly?
Who's an idiot?
Who's an idiot?
What?
Who's an idiot?
Who's an idiot?
Who's an idiot?" I had to think about it for a second, like.
Yeah, who?
I just called you one.
So I called his bluff, really, and I said, "I just called you an idiot.
Bro, I'll bang you in your face, bro.
I'll bang you in your face, bro."
I'll bang you in your face and
But then he says it while walking away.
drop you on your fucking ass right now.
Drop you on your ass right now. As soon as I heard that, I'm like, "Fuck this! I'm out of here."
What channel is this going on?
He says, "What channel is it going on?"
It's going on my channel.
So he said, "What channel is that? Pedo for life." And this is just an insult that like some like person who doesn't know how to give a good comeback, a good witty comeback would come up with, you know, like just call you a pedo, right? So stupid, man.
Pedo for life. What? Go on then, bang me.
Go on then, bang me. I'm glad he didn't bang me.
Fucking dick.
Oh god. Yeah. Yeah, man. Whatever, really. Whatever, right? But yeah, you get these bad interactions, and yeah, I'm lucky I didn't get sparked out, to be honest with you. But anyway, like for all of the bad reactions, then there are so many more positive.
Hey, Taiwan #1. Yeah. Are you from Taiwan?
Yes.
Yeah, welcome to England. Can you say Taiwan #1?
Number one.
Yeah.
Taiwan Taiwan is number one.
Taiwan #1. Yeah. Taiwan #1. Yeah. Taiwan 是第一名.
Taiwan #1.
Yes.
I just had to include that in the end there, guys. Yeah, so everybody, thank you so much for watching today's stream. I hope you enjoyed the different format today. Moving on, I think I'm going to be making more live streams like this. To be honest with you, I kind of was starting to get fed up of just recycling the same old like China news that you're probably being bombarded with left, right, and center from all of these other channels. You know, like I think that I can do better than that. I think I can add my own personal stories and personal experiences into this kind of into this into this channel and try and make it a little bit more interesting because most of the stuff that I've been talking about you've seen before on all of these other channels, and it's just the same old thing. Boom, you know, like tofu drag, boom, Xi Jinping, coup, boom, like I don't know. Just yeah, it's probably, poverty in China and homeless people and, "Oh, no, another fire in China." Just the same thing over and over again. So, it's time for a change. It's time to make it better, and I hope you guys enjoyed it today. If you did like it, don't forget to leave a like, comment, subscribe, and, go and check out my Team Taiwan channel. If you've only ever seen me on this live stream channel, well, you ain't seen nothing yet. Go and check out Team Taiwan UK. That's my other channel. Okay, guys, well, thank you so much, and I will see you all next time. Bye for now.